Jimin, Kim Taeyang, Jungkook, standing BTS.
Hey, welcome back. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Bethany, and this is Standing BTS.
And oh my god, the BTS Love Yourself Tier World Tour has been announced.
Yes, the Love Yourself World Tour has been announced, which has been giving Kayla and I lots of anxiety because we really want to go because we haven't seen BTS in person, and seeing them in person seems very surreal. But we're very, very excited, really nervous about getting tickets, but we're going to try.
Yeah, we're going to try to either go to Chicago or Fort Worth. So email us, DM us, tell us where you're planning to go. Let's meet up. How cool would that be?
That'd be super cool. Yeah, even if we couldn't meet up, you can still email us and DM us. It'd be really cool to see where you all are planning on going.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Europe has actual tour dates set up, which I think this is their first time going to Europe, which is super awesome for all of our listeners in Europe.
Yes.
I'm sure you all are very stoked.
Totally. It's going to be so crazy.
So October is going to be kind of a crazy month for me if we end up going to their Chicago tour date, because they're going to be in Chicago on October 2nd and 3rd, and then I get married on October 13th, and then I leave for Hawaii on my honeymoon, I believe October 16th or 17th. So
oh my god.
Yeah, October is going to be a really crazy month for me if I end up going to Chicago.
Bethany, you did not tell me that you're going to Hawaii.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, that's where I'm going on my honeymoon.
Oh,
yeah.
That sounds amazing. That's going to be so awesome.
Yeah, we're going to go to almost all the islands. We're going on a tour group, which I'm really excited about because we'll be with a bunch of old people, which I'm totally for,
That sounds so fun.
Yeah, but I get married on October 13th, which is Jimin's birthday.
Yes.
Yay.
Oh my god, we're going to have to take a shot for Jimin that night.
Oh, for sure.
During your reception.
That's going to be so fun. There's going to be so much BTS music played at my reception.
Bitch. Oh my god.
All of my friends and family can get over it. BTS is going to be played all night long.
Oh, if Jordan and I would have known about BTS when we got married, for sure, some BTS songs would have been played. Yes. So play them. This is the one chance.
Yeah, I really want to learn the choreography to Fire and teach you and Brittany and Anthony, a bunch of people, and we should just all break out to Fire. That's my favorite choreography for out of all their songs. It's probably my favorite choreography. I don't know why.
The bridesmaids should start it, and then other people like Brittany and like Anthony and people come into it. That'd be so cool.
Oh, so fun. So anyways, what else is in news for BTS?
Okay, this world tour is big fucking news, for real. Let's get real. Let's
that's
get serious.
The biggest news, for sure.
We have dreamed about being able to see them in concert since the day we discovered them.
I just can't imagine seeing them in front of us.
No.
I can't imagine being in this same arena as them.
No, imagine we're on the floor, general admission. We're as close as we can fucking get.
No.
And we know the concert hasn't even started. It's fucking an hour and a half from starting. We're standing there already. We're not going to move. We're not going to go to the bathroom. We're not going to get anything to drink.
Hell no.
We're staying there. And we know that somewhere in the backstage or underground or some shit, BTS is in that stadium getting ready to go on stage to try their hardest to be so fucking amazing and to perform, and it's gonna be the best night of our lives.
Are you trying to make me cry right now? That's if we get tickets.
No. Oh my
Fingers
god.
crossed. Knock on wood.
By this time next week, we'll know if we had tickets or not.
That is true. I texted Kayla earlier today. I was like, hey, just so you know, when we record next Monday, which is when BTS tickets go on sale for Chicago, I'm like, we will know whether or not we are attending the Love Yourself BTS World Tour.
Shit.
That's insane. That's too much. Okay. My heart is racing.
But, Bethany, of course we have to talk about the other thing that happened today.
Oh, okay. So the other thing that happened today, which today is April 30th, Golden Closet Film in Osaka was released today by none other than Jungkook. And it's so cute and perfect. When it came out this morning, I sent it to Kayla and Bethany, just dying. Like, I had gotten to work early and I just parked my car and I saw that there was a GCF upload and I just was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I want to watch this, because the last one was really good. The one I think it was in like Tokyo or something.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, with Jimin.
Yes.
But I'm not gonna lie. My Taekook heart was like, at the beginning of this, like it shows Hobie and RM, but then it started showing Jimin walking, and I was like, God damn it! If they go on this shopping trip together, and it's Jimin again, like we've seen it before, change it up. And then Taeyoung was with them, and I was like, oh my God, no. Okay, sorry, fangirling so hard, but the editing and the filming and the song and like the pink border that's around the video, and just Jimin and Taeyoung, Veeman, so strong in this. The Maknae line's so strong in this.
The 95 line.
95 line, yeah.
Like, Jimin does that cute little dance with Taeyoung, and Taeyoung, he picks it up in like less than 5 seconds and just starts doing it. And then they do it the whole time. Like, they work it in as like a theme. Like, Jungkook makes it a theme in the video, and it's so cute and like so goofy, and oh my God, like I'm crying.
Yeah, it's really cute. My favorite part is obviously Taeyoung. Like, Taeyoung does a lot of really goofy things in this, and it just melts my heart. But the one thing I love that he does is he's across the street and Jungkook is filming him, and there's a big bus that comes by, and you can tell what's going on in Taeyoung's head. Like, oh, I'm gonna run away so it looks like I disappeared, like after this bus goes by, which is so cute that he does this. But he's too slow, and he can't get out of the picture before the bus is gone. But he's like tugged down, and he's like running away. And they're like bodyguard guy that's with him, or whoever he is like, what the hell? And just Taeyoung just books it, but he's too slow, and it's so cute.
He's so fucking obvious. Like, he's like a goofy like 90s movie. Like,
yeah,
it's so cute.
It's cheesy and cute. Yeah.
Yeah, Jimin is just so funny and cute the whole time, and like, damn, I just love Golden Closet films. When Jungkook has more of them, we should talk about them.
Yeah, Jungkook does a really, really good job. Like, he's very, very talented.
And like, he hasn't been doing it for long, I feel like he's doing Golden Closet films like to learn and like as like a fun like hobby activity. And he already does such a wonderful job, and he's still learning. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, he's very talented. Jungkook is just good at everything he does. Pisses me off.
You're not real.
It's true.
Oh, okay, so let's get into this episode.
Yes!
Let's get into what this is about. The intro performance trailer, which was officially released on Big Hit Entertainment channel on YouTube on January 8th, 2015. And it's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's phenomenal for sure. So before we get into it, I just want to give a shout out to Jamie __. She made a post on Army's Amino, and it was titled Appreciating BTS Intro Performance Trailer. And when I originally started doing research for this particular performance trailer, I was kind of interested in why they posted it, because I thought it was kind of out of norm for them. Like, it's not a teaser. It's not really just like one of their dance performances. It's just like different. They have all these different camera angles. It was after Danger was released. It was just kind of odd.
It only has 2 million views. Like, it's not it's not super well known.
Yeah.
So it's just like, why is it here? Where did it come from? Like, why did they post it?
Yeah. It should have more than 2 million views. So, yes, it deserves more than that. But anyways, so I just want to give a shout out to her because she gave me a lot of information that I did not know about at all about this intro performance trailer. What I found out from reading on her post is that this was actually first performed at an NBC event on December 31st, 2014. If you go and watch this, I highly suggest that you go and watch this. The camera angles and the videography is just horrific. Like, it's really bad.
Oh my God, it is. Like, the worst. For example, something that I noticed immediately the first time I watched it, and what a lot of people in the comments noticed, was right at 44 seconds, they did this huge, super wide shot from super high in the air, like 300 fucking feet in the air. And it's like to the right hand corner, we can see full trees on the side of the road. We can see the entire crowd. We can see complete other buildings. And BTS looks basically like ants on the stage.
Yeah.
And like, the other camera shots were just as bad. The camera was fucking shaky in not a good way, not the like stylized K-pop way. Like, their angles were weird. They kept doing like super side shots, super far up shots, super like back shots for no reason. Like, you could not see anything.
Yeah, it looked like they didn't give a shit about BTS.
At
like
all.
It looked like they were either trying to show how big of a crowd they had, or like the presentation of the stage. Like, it was not focused on them.
Yeah. And I saw a comment where somebody said that the camera angles and everything for GOT7's performance was like nowhere near as bad. They were like good. So people were like, how? Like, why would you ever film from fucking 300 feet in the air for a dance performance?
It's so
a
stupid.
dance performance. Like,
yes. So
stupid.
Yeah. So stupid. Basically, ARMY kind of speculates that this intro performance trailer that they released was actually kind of like big hit, like just throwing some shade. So this, So this NBC event performance was on December 31st. And then not even like really 8 days later, Big Hit released this intro performance trailer. And I think that they released it so quickly as kind of just like a F you know, like, and
yeah.
the thing that's funny about it is they do 3 different camera angles. So they have this, I mean, they title it Very Good Camera and Good Camera and Do You Want More? Like, it was kind of like we worked so hard, and you can tell that BTS worked so hard collectively, and their dancers who dance with them.
Yeah.
I bet they spent so many hours in the practice studio just trying to perfect this performance. And then the first time that they perform it...
For a performance.
Yeah. Like, they did not do it justice. They made it look like it was nothing. I mean, you couldn't see it. So how do you even know if it was anything? Because the camera was just totally pulled back, really far away. You can't see anything going on. So Big Hit was like, screw you. We're going to release a trailer of this performance and title it Very Good Camera and Good Camera and Want More because it fucking deserves it.
Yeah. Like, to me, 8 days, like you said, it's a super short amount of time. Like, you have to arrange a venue to film, find a day in their busy schedule to film the video, spend time filming the video, edit the video, and then post it. So, like, at the very least, they maybe just wanted to show people a good version of the performance while it was still relevant. Like, at the very least, that's why they tried to get it out so quickly. But just like you said, in my opinion, it's a big ass fuck you, like, to NBC and like other like antis who are basically like using that performance to say that BTS sucks. Like, I mean, that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, no, I agree 100% with you. And honestly, like, this is not confirmed that they purposely did this. But all I can say is that this particular video, this intro performance trailer, has amazing and incredible choreography. It's just the NBC video did not do it justice. And so I'm happy that they ended up releasing this video just because it gives it the justice it deserves. Whether or not it was out of spite, I'm glad that they put it up.
Yeah, for sure. So let's get into talking about what this amazing video actually is. So you found out that they danced to like a mashup of 3 different songs.
Yeah, so they end up dancing to 2 different songs, right?
Oh, yeah, 2 different songs.
Yeah, okay. So they end up dancing to 2 different songs during this performance. So the first song that's played, it primarily has J-Hope in the front during this song. It's called Spaz by Chris Calico, and it features Tech 9.
Woo!
Yes, which is super exciting for Kayla and I because Tech 9 and, as I found out today, Chris Calico are both from Kansas City, which is the city that Kayla and I met in. And Kayla lives there currently. And I lived there for 5 years. So, and it's Missouri. And, so we feel personally connected to BTS just because of this, song.
Yes.
Oh, they know Tech 9. Oh, they know Chris Calico. Oh, hey.
Yeah. We're 6 degrees away, Everybody, you could argue that you're 6 degrees away from everything,
Yeah. Yeah, and in the video for Spaz, they actually are wearing, Kansas City Chiefs jerseys and stuff, which is really cool. So I'm like, BTS, come to St. Louis or Kansas City, which maybe they will. Who knows? They still have more tour dates to release.
Yeah.
But we're going to Chicago because we need tickets now.
As soon as possible.
So anyways, the other song that ends up playing, this one has Jungkook primarily in front during this performance, and it's Rollin' by Limp Bizkit featuring Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water. Everyone knows that group.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I just find really interesting is why they chose these songs, because they are very interesting songs to choose from. They both kind of came out in the 90s sort of, and I'm just curious to why they chose them. And I don't know, I kind of want to know your opinion on it because I think it's interesting.
Well,
because the songs are a big part of the dance.
Yeah,
it's not them. It's
their very
song.
Integrated. The songs are very much a part. The lyrics and everything are very purposeful in the dance. I actually didn't know until you just now mentioned it that both the songs are from the 90s, and I actually feel like younger BTS had their music style seemed more 90s influenced to me. Maybe that had something to do with it, that's just kind of the style that they were in or growing out of. I don't know. So that might be a contributing factor. Something else that might be a contributing factor would be just the general sound and style and rhythm and beat of the songs, I think allows them to really showcase their fullest abilities because these songs are really fast and they have a lot going on. So to have a dance that can keep up with what the song is doing, the energy the song is bringing, the dance has to have so much fucking energy, so much movement, and so it's not easy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe they were just really trying to put themselves out there. Hey, we're here. That performance on stage for NBC was supposed to be huge,
Yeah. The songs are just really badass, and I will say though, the songs, I guess they didn't come out in the 90s. They came out 2009 and I don't know. But I mean the groups Chris Calico and Tech 9 have been around since 95, and Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, they have a lot of those influences.
Yeah, Limp Bizkit's been around since 94 or 93. I mean, they've been around for a while. But it's
Forever.
still really interesting that they chose these artists and these songs. But I totally agree with you. yeah, it's
I mean, thinking about
very-
maybe what those artists or like those particular songs represent, but that would be a whole other thing to get into.
Yeah. So anyways, so getting into the actual video, because the choreography is phenomenal, it's so intense, it's just, it's so good. So the video starts off, and how it starts off is it says, very good camera. And this camera that they're referring to as the very good camera has multiple cameras from above and below and out to the side. And you can see these like 3 floodlights above this huge stage. I mean, just totally open, big, large room. And there's these 3 floodlights, and it just makes the whole thing super intense. So right off from the bat, you can see Jungkook standing right in front, and it's just him. And then behind him are all the other members, but you don't notice them until the music kind of starts, and they all sidestep out. And they all sidestep out to the beat of the music, and they all appear left and right of Jungkook until they're in this like V formation. Once you get into that V formation, from left to right is Jin, Jimin, Taeyoung, Jungkook, Suga, J-Hope, and RM.
Yeah. And so this is a great time to talk about their outfits, because this is really like the only time that we can see them all spread out. So basically, at first we weren't sure if they were wearing pilot or sailor uniforms. At least I went back and forth on it. Until I noticed that all of the fucking backup dancers were wearing like typical sailor's caps. Then I realized, okay, they're like captain of the ship, basically. Every member of BTS is wearing the same thing. They're wearing white, like I said, like captain jackets with all the badges and little trinkets that you would normally see decorating, a really decorated naval captain. They're wearing like white bootcut slacks, and they're pretty tight fitting until down by their ankles. And then they're also cut like a little short, like flood jean length, like a little bit above their ankles. And they're pleated, they're not pleated, but they have like a front crease, so it looks very nice. And they're also very tight fitting.
Those pants are everything.
Everything. They look so good on every single member. They're also wearing like black ties, very shiny black dress shoes, and white captain's hat with shiny black rims on the hat.
Yeah. Yes. And when they start off, all of their hats are like folded over their eyes. You can't see their eyes hardly at all.
No, you can't.
Yeah, which is interesting because when Kayla and I were trying to decipher who, like, left from right, who's who, honestly, like, I could tell Taeyoung because he's got those ears. Like, his ears are so folded out and large. He's so cute.
I know, that was how I identified him also. I feel like with everybody else, I either looked at, like, their mouth or their jawline, and, like, but Taeyoung, like, I was like, there you go, ears, it's Tae.
Yeah, his ears are so cute. So, also, before they kind of, like, go back and they get into this other formation, if you look at Jimin, his hat is kind of tilted a little bit. So you can see, like, one of his eyes is so cute. Like, it's just, like, one of his eyes is completely covered and the other one is showing. And it's so, so cute.
Oh, my God. What a cute baby.
Yeah.
Also, they, like, so they throw the hats immediately. Like, the hats don't even matter after that because as part of the choreography, they throw them all off. It's very cool. Like, the dancers come in front of them. They, like, build a wall. Like,
yes.
BTS is in their formation, and then the dancers come in front of them and, like, block them off. And we just see the members, like, throwing their hats up. And they're not throwing them in, like, order. Like, they all just shoot out at different times.
Yeah, they just pitch them.
Yeah, get out of here. Like, we have to see their faces.
Yeah. So right starting off from here is when Spaz really starts to like kick off its song, and all of the people like in the front row, like all the dancers in the front who form that wall kind of like shuffle down, and J-Hope appears. And J-Hope. Just
oh my God.
J-Hope. I mean, J-Hope in this whole video is way too much. Way
so
too
much. Like, I don't care who you are, who your ultimate bias is, who your BTS bias is. J-Hope will bias wreck you every fucking time you see him in this video. From start to finish, again and again. Like, holy shit. We are in awe of the dance god in this video.
Praise be to J-Hope, the dance god. Like, yes. Yes.
And now it's a cult.
Yes. So in this video, honestly, Kayla and I are going to be referring to seconds and minutes again because we just can't not do that. So at 38 seconds, right like at the beginning there, J-Hope runs to the front. He squats down, grabs his belt, like his pants, and then rises up from that squat he was in and just, like J-Ho! He's being a hoe. He's being a straight up hoe. Like, no. Like, it gets me.
Oh my God, J-Ho. I've not heard that. Oh my God.
No, you had to have heard that. J-Ho? Oh yeah, it's a thing.
I love it.
So anyways, so then once you get to like second 51, what's really, really interesting about this part is J-Hope, it's the part where he starts to kind of like lip sync.
Yes.
Like whenever J-Hope lip syncs in this video, it just intensifies the whole thing. That's the part where he says he like lip syncs the go insane part.
Oh, when he lip syncs the go insane part, like that was the first time that I really noticed that he was like mouthing the words. But really, he mouths the words the entire fucking time, and it is so sexy and like so expressive. And I think it's pretty common for dancers to do this, to like be able to express the lyrics more. And I think that it connects the lyrics to the choreography of the song. And like, oh my God, like J-Hope is the dance king. Like,
yeah, he is. Yeah, something about like, I mean, he's dancing and all of that, but yeah, when you can see him lip singing the go insane, damn, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so moving on past J-Hope, who, let's be real, is really hard not to pay attention to during this entire performance, but right around the 1 minute mark, J-Hope pulls back, and he pulls back behind Yoongi and Tae. And Taehyung just makes sure that he gets in this shot. Like, you can tell that he had no other opportunity really to be right in front, except for maybe when they do the gun choreography. But he makes a point to, like, right when J-Hope comes back, he reaches out his left arm and pulls his body all the way in front, that he is like front and center, like he's in the middle of the camera. And he just jolts his head to the side, and he like sticks out his tongue for like a split second, and then bares his teeth. It's so sexy. Like, he's like, that is to me one of the most prominent moments for Taehyung in this entire video.
Yeah, it's amazing for sure. And at the same time, Jimin sticks his fucking tongue out, literally at the same time that Tae does it. So they're both demons. Like, really.
I mean, yeah. It's a fact.
Yeah, it is. It's a fact. So then they make this damn machine gun out of their bodies, out of all of their bodies, plus 2 backup dancers for help. So Jimin is the gun, and I just have to say, I will never, ever be able to get over how perfect we get this perfect shot of Djibouti right at 118. Like, oh my, like, it is, it's right when, like, he gets on Jungkook's shoulders and Jungkook spins around, but And then when he spins around, we just see Jimin's butt because his, like, suit jacket is, like, flapping up. So you just see the whole thing. And, like, I know good butts, okay? I have one. I take a lot of pride.
I have a good butt, so I know.
Yeah, I take so much pride in my butt. And
you should, rightfully.
It's perfection, Jimin's. Like, I'm dying. When I noticed it, I was like, oh, God. Oh, why do they do this? Why are they wearing such tight pants? Like...
Such tight pants. And they're white and, like, I swear to God, they're not wearing underwear. Like, it just hugs everything.
No.
It hugs everything.
No, and the best thing about this gun is that Suga is firing the gun, and hello, Yoonmin. Like, I know I don't ship them as hard anymore, but really... It's such a Yoonmin moment. Like, it's like you could totally have, like, very sexual connotations to that.
Yes. I mean, Yoongi is literally firing Jimin's gun.
Yeah. So,
no more needs
make
to be
of that
said
what you
about
will. Like,
yes.
it's probably just because they're both the smallest and therefore the lightest in BTS. But, like... I mean, okay.
Oh, the reason that they get lifted up is because they're the smallest? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have to be lifted up.
Yeah. So Suga bites his lip right before he fires the gun. So, like, hello, I know you've been getting bias wrecked by them a lot lately, Bethany, so...
Oh, I've been... guys, to all of our listeners, I've been bias wrecked by Yoongi a lot lately. Like, way more than normal. I think a while ago, like maybe 6 or 7 months ago, Yoongi was really high up on my bias list. But he kind of made his way down. I don't know why. I mean, it just kind of naturally happens. But, man, Yoongi has been so... sexy to me lately, and just watching this video again has just reaffirmed my bias wrecking list here. Like, yes, he is making his way up again.
He's so good. And yeah, in this moment, anytime that you can really catch a glimpse of him in this video, you'll be bias wrecked. Like, and I hope that the gun moment, the firing moment, is like one of his favorite dance moves, just because he looks so fucking cool when he does it.
No, he looks like a total badass.
Yeah, completely.
So whenever they end up doing this gun choreography, which is really, really cool, like the visuals are just superb. But J-Hope and Tae are in the front, and they're the ones holding on to Jimin like he's like a bazooka. And you can't not notice Taeyoung. Also, you cannot notice J-Hope.
Oh my God.
Taeyoung is on the left of the screen, and his fucking eye whites.
His fucking eye whites.
I know. And to all of our listeners, if you don't understand what Kayla and I are talking about when we bring up Tae's eye whites, just stop this podcast right now. Like, just stop it, pause it, get on your computer, get on your phone, whatever, open up this video, go to minute 1, second 22. I'm so serious. I am dead ass serious right now.
Pull over on the side of the road.
I'm dead ass serious. You guys will totally understand what we're talking about when we say Tae's eye whites.
Dead ass.
I mean, it's like a key feature of Taeyoung.
For real.
Go to minute 1, second 22, kind of second 23, just kind of that general area of this video. Pause it. Look at Taeyoung's eyes. Like, his eye whites are so prominent. Like, does he even have pupils? Like, it's just so much eye white. So much eye white.
Oh, you'll understand. Go watch.
Yeah, you'll understand what we're talking about when you see it.
And also, if you glance over towards the right side of the screen, you'll see fucking J-Hope. Hobie. He's supposed to be our hope, our angel. But in this shot, he looks quite demonic because he looks like a fucking dangerous man. He has this fucking smoky eye and this contour and like, oh my God, he looks like he could seduce you in 0.0079 seconds. Like,
he does seduce you in 0.00034 whatever seconds.
that's how long it would take. Like,
it's pretty quick.
He looks like a beautiful demon, a vampire, I don't know, when I was watching this with Jordan, he like did not believe that it was J-Hope. He was like, okay, J-Hope is always beautiful and handsome, but he was like, that doesn't look like J-Hope, because he was like, he just has like this like this smoky eye, and like the makeup he has on, like it's intense. And
yeah, and he's like kind of like peering over his like hand and his like forearm.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's...
Ooh,
yeah.
I'm scared. Like,
I mean, he can seduce you faster than BTS tickets are going to sell out for this next world tour. I had to put that in. I've been wanting to say that for the past like 30 seconds. So, anyways.
That's the best.
Yes. After the machine gun, the dancers come back to the front and they make that kind of like wall formation again. And while the boys kind of get in formation, we get to enjoy some serious chest pumps from the other dancers. And it's just yummy. Like, I don't know, like some serious chest pumps and kind of pelvic thrusty, but like very small. But thank you.
And then we get to chocolate starfish, right?
Yes, we get to
chocolate starfish.
Chocolate starfish. I'll never not hear that. And I remember not really knowing much about this song. I mean, I had listened to Limp Bizkit before, but like this song in particular, I hadn't really listened to. And I remember turning to Brittany when I first watched this, like nearly a year ago, and being like, did he just say chocolate starfish? Like, what?
I remember when you first showed this video to me, you were like, it says chocolate starfish. And I was like, what? No, it doesn't. Because I thought that you were mishearing it. Like, it had to have been something else. Like, that did not make sense to me.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. But, I mean, I guess it ends up being one of the people who do this song with Limp Bizkit. But when I first heard it, I was like, did he just say chocolate starfish? Anyways, so this is the part where it kind of transitions from J-Hope being front and center to Jungkook being front and center. And guys, I know Jungkook is second on my bias list, but oh my god, Jungkook is so emo in this video. Like, when he comes to the front, he's just my favorite because I can relate to him, because I kind of went through this like little emo phase in middle school and high school. And he's got such thick hair and his eyeliner's heavy. And I personally feel like this song, I feel like Jungkook picked it. Like, I would not put it past him to have listened to Limp Bizkit during this era. Like, he was still kind of young. I know that he went through kind of like a screamo era with, he did. He totally went through like a little screamo era. And I still think Jungkook is a little emo and like goth. Like, he wears black all the time. He's kind of really introverted, but there was definitely a time period that he listened to like screamo music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, I love that part for Jungkook when he does like those shoulder rolls. They're so, like, those shimmies that shimmy to the front is so amazing. And I think you really see it in this first camera angle because all the other members are kind of like moving backwards and he's moving forward like aggressively at the camera. Holy shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, they all do those, like, really slow kind of shoulder rolls, you know? I mean, they have been doing this, like, really intense choreography prior to that, and then they end up going into these, like, rolling, what? Like, they're very slow kind of shoulder rolls. And then after that, they go into these really intense, like, shoulder pumps. Like, they're bent over, just, like, shoulder pumping down. And every time I see this part of the video, it makes me think of Brittany, who when I first watched this, it was with Brittany, and she kind of has bigger boobs, and when she watches this part, she immediately grabs her tits. Like, she's like, oh, this has to hurt. Like, how do they do that? Because, I mean, can you imagine doing this dance with big boobs? Like, that real intense, like, shoulder shimmy to the front.
Yes, I can. I have big boobs. I've, like, tried to do it. It hurts.
Wait, you've tried to do it?
Yeah, I mean, like, when Brittany and I have hung out, like, we've, talked about this dance or whatever, like anytime that I've just done any kind of shoulder shimmy, like back and forth like that, it hurts. And that's not even like aggressively fast, like moving. So I don't know, big boobs can't shimmy without pain and like making it hard to breathe.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's a great dance move. And that was I love that camera angle, the very good camera angle.
I mean, it's very good. So let's go ahead and get into the good camera angle, which we don't have as much to say about this one because it's so high up. Like it's a really high camera angle. So it is really far up above.
It's stationary, and I think like if they're doing this as kind of like a showing how their performance could have been different, it's to show that even a stationary camera from a little bit far and up above, where you could literally see the entire stage, the outline of the stage, would have still been a million times better than what the camera people decided to do for MBC for that performance.
In this part of the dance, like, since it is so high up above, you get to see all of the backup dancers and BTS dancing, like, really, really well. And really what you get to notice from this particular camera angle is just how in sync everyone is. I mean, if you think about how difficult it is just to be in sync with, like, one other person, imagine being in sync with, like, 30 other people. And it's insane. I mean, it's just visually pleasing, and you can tell that they probably spent a good month or maybe even longer just perfecting this.
Yeah, this is what I really like about this camera angle is you can see that every step of their feet is in line. Every body movement is at the same exact time. Like, it really is truly in sync. Like, it's just cool. And then when we see the reverse dance to make the machine gun in this camera shot, we actually get to see a little bit more or like notice a couple different things. So like Jimin, we literally see him cartwheel into his position, and I just love it so much, but I would not have noticed it had I not seen it at this camera angle.
Yeah. And then also Jungkook does a somersault, but like, he somersaults into position, and then when they do the reverse thing, he reverse somersaults. And, Jimin does that, like, reverse cartwheel. It's so cool.
Yes. And then, like, to make the gun, we notice in this one that Jimin is up on Jungkook's shoulders, lifted up on there. And so, like, hey, muscle pig.
Yeah, hey, muscle pig, once again. And
Forever.
then Yoongi is picked up by these two backup dancers. Like, they come up behind him and they pick him up to, shoot the gun. And you see RM and Jin are on the sides of this gun, and they kind of resemble kind of like the shells of the gun, I would assume is kind of what they're doing, or just like the vibration of this gun that's going off, But yeah. I think it kind of, like, the way that they're shaking their arms, it kind of looks like the shells shooting back, from the gun that is being shot.
Yeah, I could get that.
And then also what I noticed that I had never seen before is that there's actually girl dancers. Like, it's not just guys. There's some girls in the shot, which is super awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't pointed it out, but there's at least one, and she's in the back left and visible in a couple different shots, and that was really cool to see, like, that the dance crew didn't just have to be just all guys.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, is it's, like, military-like, like,
yeah.
They are in the Navy and all this, or, whatever, like, it's just really cool because it's a little bit of BTS also showing, like, hey, you don't need to be a guy to, 1, be a performer, or 2, be a dancer, or 3, to be a part of the military for your country, to serve for your country. It's just these little things that BTS, like, I love you so goddamn much.
Always making a statement.
Always. So after this, we go into the screen showing the phrase, "Do you want more?" And bitch, yes. Like, you
Duh.
think we don't want more?
Of fucking course we do. It's never enough.
Yes. And so this camera does not have a title. It's just called, it just
Do you
shows,
want more?
do you want more? So I'm like, is this the very, very good camera or what? But personally, I don't know. It might be my favorite camera angle. The first one's pretty good too. I like the first one because you get to see their faces more. You get to see like their facial expressions. But this camera angle is from really, really low. And it's almost like the camera's sitting on the ground. And so you get to see the BTS members kind of like charge up towards you, like up towards the front.
Yeah, all the camera really does is move either zoom in or zoom out a little bit. And sometimes it kind of moves slightly up or slightly like angled up a little bit or angled down a little bit. But like it doesn't do much. And it's really good. The only complaint that I have about this camera angle is like, we'll notice that you don't get to see really the gun. Like you don't get to look down the barrel of the gun, which is Jimin's hands, and you don't really see Suga. But
you don't
besides
see Suga
that,
at all.
Besides that, this camera angle is great.
Yeah, it's really good. So at minute 4, second 26, this is kind of that same part where they make that kind of wall, and all of the dancers have their like arms crossed, and the BTS members throw their hats. But if you go to this time, when they do this, J-Hope comes right in between like the two front dancers, and he just stares at you. Like he makes eye contact with that camera, and he grabs his freaking belt and like, J-Hope, I can't, like, seriously, stop it. Anyways,
It's like really not okay.
It's not okay. Like, he's being really fucking rude in this. But at that time, I think it might be like more like minute 4, second 28. If you look on the right, there's one of the dancers. I have to mention this because he caught my eye. I don't know if it's his earrings or what, but hello. Like this guy at minute 4, second 28, he's got these like big ass black hooped earrings in. They almost look like gauges, but okay. Hi. He looks real cute. What's wrong with me?
I mean, you know, I'm into them. So
I mean, I'm so into it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, the dancer definitely caught my eye too. Like he was right there. And then Tay slips his tongue at us. So that's a lot to deal with.
Yeah. I mean, Tay kind of slips his tongue at us the whole
fucking
video.
time. Well, like, because we see the same dance 3 times, but we notice it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So in this last camera like angle, we actually see that when they're forming the gun, Jimin does a fucking handstand to be able to get his legs over Jungkook's shoulders, which means he has to flip upside down and then latch his legs over his shoulders, and then Jungkook has to kind of stand up straighter, and Jimin has to do a fucking curl up while on Jungkook, and Jungkook has to sustain a human doing a curl up on him to sit up upright on his shoulders, which is just like, fuck. Like, that's all I have to say about
intense.
it. Like, I mean, just the work that had to go in just to like perfect that dance move.
Yeah. I mean, he literally does a handstand and has to flip his legs back. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yes. So at minute 5, second 30, this is the rudest moment for Taeyoung, in my opinion. Like, this whole video, I think Taeyoung is being really rude with all of his tongue slips and his eye whites and just being real aggressive. But at minute 5, second 30, Taeyoung takes his right hand and he puts it on top of his head. And he might as well be fucking tugging at his own damn hair. And he slides it all the way down his face. And then while he's sliding it down his face, he sticks out his tongue and licks his entire hand. Like, why is this necessary? It's so
Why are you licking your
sexual.
hand?
Why are you licking your whole damn hand? Like, why are you grabbing your own hair? Why are you doing this? It's not okay. Like, seriously, fuck off. Ugh. And then
You make me so mad sometimes.
he makes me so frustrated. Anyways, it's sexy. It's Taeyang. So if you look at Jungkook during this part too, Jungkook, his hair is just so thick. I mean, I knew that he had really thick hair, but in this video, I don't know if it's because he has that part, which I love how he has a part in his hair. Whenever Jungkook shows a little bit of forehead, praise the Lord. But again, he's got that emo look to him, and I'm all about that shit. And
Yeah, you love that shit. New kink.
yeah, it's for sure a kink. I have so many kinks. But anyways, if I stanned BTS in high school, which I didn't, but if I knew them in high school, Jungkook would have been my bias. Like,
Yeah.
I listened to Limp Bizkit when I was in high school. So, yeah, for sure Jungkook would have been my bias. Like, that's just a fact. And, yeah.
But you had a little time to grow, and it's Tae. So we should probably talk about Jin, Namjoon, and Yoongi, because we didn't really talk about them much during this episode, and it's just because they were barely featured in the dance, and that sucks, but they still had to do this incredibly difficult dance, and they still did an amazing job. For example, Jin, I kept catching glimpses of Jin whenever I looked at Jimin, because Jin was usually to the left of him. And this man looked stunning, absolutely beautiful. Like, how is it possible with this style of dance that's so aggressive and like this hair and makeup that's like so bad boy to be beautiful and stunning? I don't know, but he did that.
Yes. Honestly, I feel like when they did this video, I felt that Jin maybe would not have been the most happy about it because dancing is not his strong suit. Like, he's very much a singer. He's very much a visual. But dancing, I mean, he still dances really well, but that's not his strong suit. So for him to be able to pull this off, he must have really challenged himself. Imagine how hard this dance was for the dance line. I mean, J-Hope, Jungkook, Jimin, they all probably worked their asses off to master this dance. Now just imagine how hard and difficult this was for Jin. Like, I'm so proud of him. He kept up with this entire dance. I mean, if you just go in and watch this video and you look just at Jin, he looks just as good as all the other members. Like, he does an amazing job.
Yeah, definitely.
In addition to this, he's wearing an earring, and Jin wearing an earring gets to me.
So also, we should talk about Namjoon. Like, how could you not notice him during this dance? Because he had that amazing silver hair, parted, like, shaved on the sides. A fucking daddy, a king. Like, he looked stunning.
Yes, a daddy and a king, and stunning. Yes, he's so sexy with that hair, and his eyebrows are really, really bold too, and his makeup is really intense. I mean, all of their makeup is kind of intense, but his is just, it really pops with contrasting to that bleach blonde hair. But his dancing, again, is also very phenomenal. Same as Jin. Like, he probably worked he did work very, very hard for this, and he perfected it, and he did an amazing job. I mean, he keeps up with the entire dance line. Seriously, though, Namjoon and Jin are serious daddies in this video. I I They are not boys. They are men.
They are men.
Like, their figures and their features are so mature, and oh, yes, damn.
Yes. And then, of course, Yoongi, our Suga. Hello, I love Suga's burnt orange, grungy hairstyle, all of his swagger, and generally everything that he does in this dance. He just looks the coolest no matter what he does. Like, he is always the chillest, he always has the most swag, he always is the coolest, he's just a fucking badass. My husband would call him a cool ass, which I think is the perfect way to describe him. He just gives off this vibe, like, that he just doesn't give a fuck, which we know that he's very, very, very hardworking and he really cares about like what BTS puts out. But man, that boy has some swag. Like, goddamn.
Oh, yeah. Yoongi looks like a total badass, but it's like in a different way from Jungkook, Jimin, and J-Hope. Like, the best way to describe him is he's that cool guy, and he's that cool guy who is cool purely because he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's dancing hard, but he's also being super nonchalant about it. And he's, like, almost apathetic. Like, he's just cool. Like, he is clearly keeping up with everyone else, and he's dancing just as hard. And he has those nasty, gnarly faces that everyone else is making. But he looks like he doesn't give two shits. And he just looks chill and cool. And he's just the coolest. Fact.
Like this shit isn't even hard for him.
No, I feel like if Yoongi really wanted to be a part of the dance line, he easily could be. But he just doesn't. He just is like, I don't give a shit, so whatever. Like, he doesn't care.
So that was our BTS Intro Performance trailer episode. This video needs more attention, needs more views. MBC did BTS wrong, and this video is to prove that to everyone. So if you like this episode, if you've liked any of our previous episodes, we would super appreciate if you would go over to iTunes and leave us a rating and a review. The reviews just matter, so that way, like, we go up on the charts on iTunes. Like, it's really, we just want to connect with more ARMY, and it's really the only good way to get ourselves out there. Like, talk to you guys. We ask you every week.
We just want to talk to you guys. We just want to know what you think. We just want to know your suggestions. So, yeah, reach out to us.
If you want to talk to us, because we so want to hear from you, please email us at standingbtspodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us and DM us on Twitter at standingbtspod. You can message us on Facebook and like our Facebook page at standingbts on Facebook. And you can follow and talk to us on our pre-existing Instagram fangirl account at Sugar-Free Cookie Jams. And you can find links for all of that in the description. We are at 75 reviews on iTunes, and when we get to 100, we are doing a Taekook ship episode. So 25 more.
Yeah, so I can obsess about Taekook because I already have the entire episode planned out. So yes, thank you. Please do that. So all of those things will be found in the description. And thanks for listening, and thanks for standing BTS.